All right, everybody, we're going to take a look at how we create vectors in Inkscape. And all that vectors are is simply lines that are going to become paths for any of our computer controlled equipment. So whether that might be the laser cutter or the CNC plasma cutter, a CNC router, any of those types of things, we need to create lines that can then be turned into a code that tells that machine where to go. We can create basic lines just using our drawing tools over here on the left hand side of the page. We can create squares, circles, several different ways that we can draw out lines. But a lot of times we're going to want to make things that are a little more complex. We want to create pictures that become like recognizable images of people, um, different shapes that make up faces, or just images that we can look at and know exactly what they are supposed to be. Those can be difficult if we're using these tools we have over here, like the Draw Freehand Lines tool. Just trying to click the mouse and drag it around to create some kind of a recognizable person is going to be pretty difficult. So a lot of times we want to use some of our other options. The easiest way that we have to do that is going to be our Trace Bitmap option. And in order to use Trace Bitmap, we're going to have to get a picture and paste it into our document. Most efficient way we can probably do that is to search on Google, find an image that we want to copy. We can just right click and select copy. When we go back to our project, we can right click again and paste that picture in there. Right now this is just a picture from Google. It's not anything that we can change. If we click any of these colors, none of our lines change or anything. We've still got to do our tracing in order for that to happen. If we don't have internet connectivity or something like that, if we have a picture that's already stored on our computer, we can come up here to File and then click on Import, and we can load our images that way. I'm going to take that same picture of the book with the apple, and we want to embed the actual picture, not a link to that picture. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. And here's that same image. Again, as the picture crosses over the border of our page, we can see that this is a solid object. We need to trace this so that it becomes a vector that we can work with. So I'm going to right click on that image while it's selected. We can see the dotted lines around it, lets us know it's selected. We're going to click Trace Bitmap. Initially, whenever your Trace Bitmap screen comes up, there won't be a preview available up on the top right corner. You have to check the live preview button, and then immediately we'll be able to see what is being traced. This is a really basic picture. It's just solid black lines with a white background. So when we trace this, we're going to need very little adjustment to get this picture to look the way we want. If we choose this brightness cutoff option, it's going to give us a solid fill color that makes up any of the dark images on this picture, and it's going to give us no color at all where the white background or any of the white color is in this picture. That same thing will happen if we use the edge detection. However, it's going to give us an output of just these lines. Be aware that these lines that we're looking at are still a fill color, and we'll take a look at fill and stroke colors and what effect those have on projects later. But we have to be aware that when we choose the edge detection option, we're still getting a fill color, and we're kind of getting double the lines here. So we're going to use brightness cutoff. When I click OK, we should get a copied version. Now we can see as this picture passes over my project, you can see the page through it. That means we've got only some black outlines here and a fill color that can be turned off. So I can click this, and now this would be just my lines. So if I tried to draw this using any of my tools over here, I'd probably have a really hard time making these perfectly smooth curves. But using our trace feature, we can trace bitmap and create this with no pixelation, no jagged edges. Everything comes out perfectly smooth. If I pick this same image and then click my edge detection, when I click OK, this may look the same until I turn off the fill color. I click no fill color and make my lines solid black. Now we can see the kind of double lines that I had mentioned earlier. Um, there are times when you may want a double line like this, but that's something to keep in mind when you're tracing images. Sometimes we have images that are a lot more difficult when we are trying to trace them. I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these objects. If I wanted to trace this Superman picture, for instance, I'm going to right click, copy this image, and I'll go ahead and paste this into my project. So here's my Superman image, and we're going to go ahead and try to trace this as well. I'm going to select my brightness cutoff option, and I'm getting a black and white picture here. The detail in the face looks like we might need a little bit darker, so we're going to increase our threshold numbers. And we can see some of our details coming in a little bit better here for Superman's face. Whenever we drag this off, that's pretty recognizable. Lips, chin, eyes are all there. But now when we look down at the lower portion, we've lost a lot of the detail from the lower body on Superman. If we try this again and maybe make our threshold number a little lower, now we can start seeing some of this detail of the legs and belt start coming a little clearer. And whenever we trace, now we can see these portions, but the face is a little light. You may find there are instances where you need to trace an image more than once, and then we'll kind of break these apart and join them in the middle somewhere where we find a good point. For this one, maybe we would take off just Superman's head and use that from this image with the rest of the body over here. And we'll take a look at that in a future video.